Testimonials is a thing we do in Avid where we have topics that we talk about. You disagree, you're in the middle, or you agree.
You guys give each other's viewpoints. Like, if you agree, you're gonna give your viewpoints on why you agree, or if you disagree. And then in the mid, like towards the mid or in the end, you can just switch sides if you change your mind.
Philosophical chairs, like we get an article about like a controversial argument, and we get to read about it and see different like points of view, and then we can choose our own, and then we talk. We like form two sides of the room or different parts of the argument.
For each side, one person can go at a time, and it just goes back and forth like that, and you can't speak 2 times in a row, otherwise it doesn't give anybody else any time. You have to have 3 people speak in between you, unless you're just like a 2-people group or you're by yourself.
Because otherwise it'd be like 2 people dominating just back and forth at each other. Yeah. Well, I like them because you can hear different parts of the argument and maybe see things you haven't heard, like what other people think of. You can see that point, and you might switch sides halfway through.
Which is a good thing, because it's like in debate you can't switch sides, and here you can. So
you realize something halfway through. It's like, well, now what?
I feel like I should be on this side. And then there's like a neutrality zone, which a lot of people go to sometimes.
You can't decide all the time, but you can argue for both sides at that point.
That's what I do. Sit in the neutrality zone. So I can do that.
Get really intense. I think that's what I like about it the most. But it's actually really fun because you get to like hear different point of views that you never thought about. Like, say I disagree on something, but then somebody can change my mind, and I'm like, oh, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, and then what I like about it is that it gets like heated, and so like they make it fun, and it's like serious at some points, and that's what I think's fun about it.
I didn't see you there. We're here to talk to you about Socratic Seminars.
The first thing you do in a Socratic Seminar is you get an article to read. You got to mark the text. To mark the text, you number the paragraphs, circle keywords, highlight important the author's claims.
Next, you just kind of, after you're done reading all that stuff and marking it up, and then you talk about it, and you can go back in the story or the page or whatever and be like, hey, paragraph 6, and then you can quote it, so then everybody knows what you're talking about.
And you have an inner circle and an outer circle. It all depends on how many people you have. And you just talk about what the article was about. You talk about your feelings behind it, talk about the author's claims.
That's
Seminars. I think Socratic seminars are a great way to express your opinion and get other people's opinions, and then find more out about a topic.
Hey, I didn't say there. We're here to talk to you about Cornell Notes. It's pretty nice. It helps us. We take it in our 4 regular classes.
Math, science, English, and your history class.
And
so there's sections. You take a note section, then after you take your note section, you can highlight, add some more stuff in, star some stuff that your teacher said is going to be on the test.
And on the other side, you can ask questions and then fold it over, and then while you're studying, use it to help you study.
And at the bottom, there's a place that you can write a summary. So that is the last repetition that you need, to do. And what you do is you answer every single question in the sidebar of your paper and your essential question.
Hey man, I got a joke for you.
What's your joke?
Pete and repeat fell off, or so standing on a bridge. Pete fell off. Who's left?
Repeat.
Okay. Pete and repeat. We're standing on a bridge. Pete fell off. Who's left?
Repeat.
Cornell Notes are a form of notes you do for most classes. They help you with studying, and they're really good when it comes to repetitions. It gets the knowledge kind of embedded in your brain, and they're a great way to learn the material and study for your tests.
So Cornell Notes,
Well, we are required to take them in English, and I take mine personally for AVID in geometry and for chemistry because they help me study for tests, and then I can start and mark up the text all I want, so that when I go back and do it for the homework, I know what I need to be done.
In the lab notebooks, we record what our observations, procedures, and equations that we used in the lab during that time. Lab notebooks are helpful because it's one place to see what you did in your labs and review for tests, and we can use them in our tests for our physics final.
The ABC poem basically is a summarization of the chapter that you are learning, and you go in alphabetical order using ABC, etc. with what you are learning.
ABC poems can be both challenging and educational. They're great for reviews, and they're a great way to have your notes organized.
We commonly use storyboards in history. It is a picture, a short summary about it, and a couple questions about what we were reading about. My favorite thing about storyboards are the creativity that is used in them.
Alright, so in our social studies classes, we act out vocab words and a fashion with our last one being parenting styles, which was to help further ingrain the idea of what it was trying to teach us.
In the form of a skit, so we learn and it helps us remember stuff better by the form of acting.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for that.